Hello dear students, today we will start with our computer course, and in the first class we will try to understand in detail about definition of computer. Many students knows about definition of computer but they are not perfect. Now today you are going to become perfect in definition of computer. Let us try to understand how it goes. Computer is an electronic device which accepts data and instructions from user as input, stores in the memory, processes and gives result as output. So this is definition of computer. Now let us try to understand this in detail. To become more easy, to understand more easy, I have divided this definition into 4 parts. Let us try to understand the first part, that is, it is an electronic device. Why it is called as an electronic device? Understand dear students, so many devices surrounding us like mobiles, laptops, they are made up of some kind of electronic components like transistors, diodes, chips, etc. That is why they are called as electronic devices. Computer is also consisting of these kind of electronic devices, so it is called as an electronic device. If it would have not consisting of these electronic device, we cannot call them as an electronic device. Computer is consisting of so many electronic components, that is why it is called as an electronic device. Then you can ask me one more question. If wooden components like chairs, tables, they are not made up of electronic components, so we cannot call them as a electronic device. They are called as mechanical devices. Okay, let us go to the next part. It accepts, that means computer accepts data and instructions from user as input. Let me highlight this input. Okay, we will try to understand. There are 2 important components, that is data and instructions. It accepts, that means what? Computer will accept 2 things always from the user. One is data and one more is instruction. I'll give a simple example to understand this. Data means you can assume like any number, any raw material like 10, 20, 1, 2, A, B, C, D. Take an example 10 and 20. Instruction means you have to give some instruction to the computer. What task has to be performed? So you have given 10, you have given 20, but what has to be done with the 10 and 20? Whether it is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, that has to be given. For example, I have taken plus. Now it becomes instruction. So 10 plus 20. Computer will accept data and instructions. Once you will enter this through the keyboard, that is user, we are the user, it is treated as an input. You might be knowing that keyboard is an input device. Okay, so once user will enter 10 plus 20 through the keyboard, it is called as input, and this stores in the memory. You will enter 10 plus 20, that will go and store in the computer memory. Next step is it processes. What it processes? It processes according to the instruction. That means plus addition has to be carried out with the 10 and 20. Once it is processed, computer will give the result as output. Again I am highlighting this word output. Once it is processed, computer will give the result output as 30 on the monitor. So this is how computer will work, and this is the definition of computer. Let us revise me. It is an electronic device. Why it is called as an electronic device? It is consisting of so many electronic components, that is why it is called as an electronic device. It accepts data and instruction. Data is a raw material, you have to give the instruction like plus minus into from the user as a input. Stores in the memory. Whatever you give the raw material and instruction, that will be stored in the memory, and computer will process that particular task, that is addition, and gives the result as output. This is the simple definition of computer. You have to read this definition and you have to write this minimum 2 to 3 times to understand and to become perfect. So that is the definition of computer. Thank you very much.